Okay, here we are at the Townsend Fire Department for the open house and educational, whatever it is, for the override. Ooh. Interesting. Got some history here, huh?
Wouldn't that be any good?
Yeah, no. Hello.
Hi there.
Hello, how are you?
Good. They're gonna have a presentation in here at 7.
Oh, not till 7.
But
So in the meantime, you can work, if you want a tour or take a look around the firehouse, feel free.
Okay. Thank you.
Who's giving the presentation?
The chief will start it off at 7. I don't know exactly who else is gonna speak.
Okay. Did you get
Have
my
you been in-
email?
Have you been in here before?
Yeah. Well, not the whole, yes, I think when it first opened.
Did I get your email? I'm not sure.
I asked to use meeting space.
Oh, I did see that. The chief said he was gonna respond to you. He hasn't?
No.
He hasn't yet?
No.
He will.
Okay.
So what's your position here?
I'm the assistant chief.
Good.
Yeah. I did, I worked 26 years in Nashville on the fire department. Then came here. I was actually a fire explorer here in the 90s.
Really?
Yeah.
No. They weren't even in the fire service.
Oh, you gotta leave? Well, I'm not responding to things here. Oh, for the academy? Yeah. September. September 18th. And then go all the way to 10 weeks, right? December 1st. So, 10 weeks, it's still 10 weeks? So,
I've heard 50-50. I've heard really, really good things and then a few not so good things. At least that's a lot of feedback.
Yeah, so if you want to take a walk through the rest of the station, you can see what's in there.
Dueling cameras. All right, how are you? Okay, those that are on here, to people that are commenting, but I see you, everybody saying hi. We're doing a tour of, it's an open house right now, of the Central Fire Station. And so I'm walking around showing everybody everything for now. And at 7 o'clock will be the presentation that apparently the fire chief and I don't know who else will be making a presentation on why we should vote for the override. So that should be interesting, but that's not going to be till 7, and I think it's going to be in the training classroom. So at some point when I run out of things to take video of, I'll probably shut this video off and not bore you to death with repeated coverage of every fire truck in the room. Maybe if there's another call, I'll get some video of them leaving. Who knows? But just doing kind of open house and seeing some of the equipment that's here in the station that's on Route 13 South. And that's the excitement for today. And I'm just going to walk around some more. Thanks for watching. Got their turnout gear here. This blue machine is where they fill up the air tanks, I guess. Okay, almost.
So those two are already, if we went hard enough, they can't get all those. So then you look for like a little bit of the brush on switch to come in now. Also, you use the Yes, yeah, just because we're on the border. Typically, we wouldn't, but it just depends on the situation. So yeah, we've got some more offices down this way.
Oh, is this where they're asking the question?
Yes, I think they're gonna get started there shortly. So
Okay.
that's
You might move it up, it was gonna be 7, you might move it up.
so it's
Ooh,
just shy of
sounds like it might be
6:30 now.
early.
Want to see what,
You might
See
do it at
what's going
6:30.
Right. Yeah,
Oh,
if you
fun.
want stick around for the questions.
I won't ask anybody.
That's where they're gonna be.
I will definitely listen.
Right? I mean, hey, any more information is good, so.
Well, when I was driving there, when the came in,
I think actually, you're correct.
and he had a lady from South
That's what it kind of thought.
I'd have to
It looks like his touch.
Yeah, right, it's style.
Now, then, Jack said, I'll have somebody bring a bus down, they can drive your scout back.
It's a fire, Main Street, it's right out front here, this is the old fire station across the street.
They're not ever
It's
tearing
Apple
that
Meadow.
down.
No, definitely
Oh, I
not.
love that.
Oh, the old fire alarm.
What is? Did that work?
Yep, yeah, the bell on the wall there.
When we had the alarms go off in the town, when the alarm would go off in each of the fire stations when there was a fire, that's the machine that would set off the alarms.
The one in the corner?
Yes, it was in the downstairs of town hall, which was where the police station was, and dispatch was kind of, they reconfigured the whole building, that whole area,
Yeah.
but probably right around where the accountant is, in the back corner there. Well, that's where you came in, and they've changed everything, but it used to be on the wall. I was a dispatcher back then, so we'd be sitting in the chair, and it would just be automatic. If somebody pulled an alarm, it would set it off. Or if there was, if somebody called
Yeah.
dispatch to report a fire, we would have to manually set it off. And the general alarm was 666. So we'd have to go 6 times. And that way all the firefighters and everybody in town would know that we got a big fire somewhere. Or it would be the boxes would come in at whatever their number was.
And then sometimes you really hear them going off and say, what the heck's going on?
Right? Yep.
Oh, well. I'm
Everybody
gonna
used to
sit-
have a chart in their house that had the alarms listed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Most times I can hear it. But not always.
Well, it doesn't go off anymore, it hasn't.
No, I mean,
Back then?
the angles, but most times I can hear it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going in here.
And this is mostly how it was set up in the station. These little discs are what the dispatcher would set up in that top where there's a 2 in there. You would take one of these other discs and put them into that place there, and it would cause the alarm, when you turned it on, it would cause the alarm to go off. And you set how many, that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, how many rounds you wanted it to go off. I can't remember all the particulars, but And then this would show, in case the dispatcher was startled and couldn't count how many, because it went off automatically if somebody pulled a box. And this tape would show by how many, it's like a ticker tape, and it would show how many rounds it went off. So the dispatcher could come back onto the, look at that, go to the radio and say, oh, it's box such and such, okay. Those were the good old days. Yep. All changed now. Oh, that's right. Here's the one list. Not all the boxes, but we used to put, that's right, no school. We'd set it off. There was a test twice a day, and the no school alarm, and some of the biggies, the stations, shopping center. Yeah. Yep. A little history for everybody. It's an interest. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're gonna be on film.
Yeah. TCAM's here too. So double barrel recording.
Yeah, there are people that kind of apparatus. I saw 5, 4 yellow, 1 red. Oh, I didn't know that.
So it's another dealer that wrote direct shipment to their customer. They called in and was like, hey, we worked with them wrong, something happened. They're like, we can't get them for 18 weeks. Yeah, we know. So they're like, do you have 4 yellows and red? You can send our customer. And she's like, yeah, of course. How do you want it? And they're like, discount? She's like, nope.
Nope.
For those that are asking, I'm doing a live video of the open house at the Townsend, Massachusetts Central Fire Station. They'll have an open house and educational informational session that's going to start shortly, I hope, regarding an upcoming override in Townsend. They're doing the presentation here at the fire station. So I'm walking around showing you around the Townsend Fire Station. We have 3 stations here in town. There's in Townsend Harbor, West Townsend, and this is the Central Fire Station, and also where the fire headquarters is. So since I'm live and I don't have an assistant, I am not able to respond to all the comments that might be left. So I look at it once in a while and I can respond a little bit. but I can't post anything, so feel free to post. And while you're here, don't forget to support my channel by subscribing and liking this video. That would be really helpful. Helps me grow the channel and get more views and circulate this. I think this is pretty informative for firebugs who want to see what's going on in some of the stations. Here's our laundry room. Good to know they have ladies' rooms. I'll be visiting that later. But I promise not to bring the camera in though. Take another tour out here while we're waiting. Alright, I'm gonna walk out this way. It's engine 1. Don't ask me anything about this. But I'm assuming it's to run the hoses. Townsend Fire EMS. For those that don't know, I'm no longer, I'm retired completely from everything today. I was on the Townsend ambulance for 20 years. I retired from that, and I think it was 2004. So it's kind of cool. It's what?
6:45, we're gonna go
Okay.
in, chat, couple minutes.
Hi. Can you give me a tour of one of the ambulances?
I can't, but I can give you an email.
Okay.
Hey, Greg, I'm sorry. I'll get somebody else. Sorry, I didn't know you were talking to somebody. Hey, Chris, can you give Cindy a tour of the ambulance?
Oh, Jason. Yeah, Jason's actually one of our newer EMTs.
Cool.
You should all be friends with William.
And I'm recording this just to let you know.
Any
Just,
questions, feel free to ask.
I will.
I'll let him tour. I'll stay near in case he is.
oh, in case he needs a backup.
In case he needs a little bit more question on the ALS side of the gear.
Oh, okay.
Because we do have
Alright.
different levels of service here.
Right.
We have
And
some BLS
I
providers.
don't know. I'm Cindy King. I used to be on the ambulance. I was on for about 20 years, but I retired in 2004.
Awesome.
So getting on the ambulance, it's been a long time
Yeah.
since I've been in the back.
So let me start with this.
So
I'm not trying
get
to
a
talk
little-
down at all. I'm just going to explain it very simply.
That's
So if
exactly,
anybody
but I
else
just
has
want
questions.
to tell you why I want to see the back, because
Yep.
just what's it like today to get
so
some
we do have-
information of a modern ambulance. rather
They're
than
definitely
20
larger
years ago.
chassis nowadays, as you
Yes.
can see.
Yes. It
Most
is
trucks
much larger.
nowadays have it's a liquid spring suspension. It was developed by the military.
Okay.
So instead of air ride like it used to be, or spring on some trucks, it kind of detects the road conditions while it's driving to help keep it stable and keep it a more comfortable ride for patients. So especially if somebody has let's say, a spinal injury or something,
Sure.
they're less likely to get injured. It also lowers the rear of the truck so the cot can fit.
because with newer trucks and everything just keeps growing in height and size.
Right.
Sometimes they don't lift
So
high
for the
enough
patients.
for it. Yeah, safe for patients.
I was glad that when they changed the configuration so you didn't have to lift the cot in anymore.
Yes.
And all our cots are
It's-
battery powered, so they raise and lower.
It's safer for the patient. It's
Press of a
safer
button.
for us.
Makes me want to go back to being an EMT. Now it's easy.
Safer for us, safer for the patient, less likely it's going to get dropped.
Yeah. All right.
Go ahead, take a step
Okay, we're going in the side door here. Jesus. Yeah, they are higher, huh?
They are higher, yes.
All right, everybody. Here we have.
We'll start behind you,
Oh.
actually.
Okay.
Just go, we'll move in a. So this compartment we can also get to from the outside.
Right.
Medication
This-
box.
Cool.
Don't quote me, I believe there's close to 50 medications in this truck. I can't remember exactly the number
Sure.
of options we have in this because I
And
work
this
a
is it.
few
Are both
services.
trucks ready for ALS?
Yes, all
Okay.
of our units here are ALS, so we have 2 transporting ambulances, type 1s like this, and then we also have Medic 1, which is a intercept fly car,
Okay.
and that is the first municipally run fly car in the state of Massachusetts. Was
Okay.
here in Townsend.
All right.
That
What does that mean, fly car?
Fly car is, so essentially it's like an ambulance, except it doesn't have a transport cabin. So we will go to other communities and provide ALS to patients that are in dire need or need additional services in towns that don't offer ALS.
Okay.
So at
mostly
one point,
mutual aid, pretty much.
exactly, except we don't transport, we assist on only high level calls.
Right. Okay.
So like in its peak, I think 30 Medic 1 did almost, I want to say it was 7 towns that they were primary ALS in back in the late 90s or early 2000s.
Okay.
It's much less now. Now it's just once in a while more so or less probably.
Because the town back then,
'Cause-
Townsend was the only town that had ALS.
Yeah, so like Lunenburg's gone ALS.
Right.
But with that said, call volume's also gone up, not just here, but every around. Just like there's times that we have multiple medicals in town, and we can't staff all of them at once. So sometimes we help them, and other times they'll come and help us.
Right. So you get how much? Do you know how much mutual aid?
Assist us. It depends on the day. Sometimes we won't have mutual aid assist us for a week, and these are just thoughts that I've trying to come up with on the spot. This isn't a hard fact looking at data at this point. Sometimes you might have them come once a day, but that's not common.
Right.
I'd say most times we can handle the majority of medicals in town by ourselves. But like any town, we do have our struggles at times.
Sure.
Yep. Or even if it's if it's a bad call, sometimes we have to have a couple people on one truck.
Right.
In which case we may not have enough for a full second truck to roll at the door.
And you can carry. Is this still configured so you can take more than?
So
Multiple
you're
patients
only
in
supposed to take one patient in a
No.
vehicle
Okay.
now because there's not really a way to secure a second patient to OEMS standards in the
That
state
was
of
always
Massachusetts.
it. You would just stack them. I mean, usually I'm
Those situations
yeah.
where
Where
sometimes
you
you'll have
just
a
gotta.
second and
You'd have this. This side was
it's a full
Full.
bench.
Yeah, well, firefighters was red?
I just came to see the fire department. I've never been in here.
Yeah, see? This is your department, right?
I guess it belongs to everybody in town.
You're part of it.
Yeah.
You're part of that. Where do you live in town?
Coppersford.
Okay. Anybody?
And you're down,
I'm in the harbor.
that's the one next to the ice cream place.
Oh, we all have ice cream. But yes,
But you're next to the,
yes, Cherry Hill.
Cherry Hill. You're in
Yes,
that.
and our engine is out front, engine 3. So that's station 3. Engine 3 is from station 3.
Oh,
Engine 2 is from station 2. Is engine 2 here? No.
how many trucks are in there?
Station 2 has 2, a forestry and an engine. And station 3 only has 1.
Station three,
We have engine 3.
okay.
A couple of people did ask about the photos of fires on these walls.
Okay,
Do you
the
have-
answers are walking in the back room.
The answers are walking in the back room.
Mike Brimley is gonna tell you about these pictures on the wall.
Okay. Come on, Mike.
How you doing? So the picture on the wall, Mike, is there any history to that? Do you know where, when?
That was the Fitchburg Woolen Mills. I believe that was back around 1986. There was a general alarm fire over in Fitchburg that we responded to with our engine, I think it was engine 2, engine 3, and the ladder truck at the time.
Is that the same with this one, or is that a different one?
That fire over there we did not respond to, but that was a fire in Leominster. And that was a multi-alarm fire. During that fire, Leominster lost all their power and communications, and the dispatchers ran that fire with a portable radio.
Wow.
It's pretty incredible. I don't know if any of you had the opportunity to look in the lobby. There's a lot of history in that room. There's a couple of, for lack of a better word, trophy cases, a lot of history of Townsend Fire. And later on this year, we'll be opening the museum in the harbor.
Oh,
And there's a lot more history going on down there. So I
Is
look
that-
forward to that.
is that where the white,
The original harbor station.
that's what's considered the museum?
Correct.
Oh, neat, okay.
Yeah.
How is that gonna work when you open up the museum? Like, is it just gonna be open all the time in public, or?
I think, we're gonna have to work that out, Lisa. It's probably gonna be set hours or by appointment. Maybe something online where somebody could log in and say, hey, listen, I'm gonna be visiting towns and I'd like to see. And we find somebody that was available to open it up.
Yeah.
It's incredible, from what I've seen already, it's beautiful. It was done pristine. Anything else? Johnny Moore, you have any words of wisdom for us?
How many volunteers do you have here?
Current roster, Mike?
15. We have 10 full-time, 40 paid call, and 10 on emergency management. So it's actually 60, but 50 under our daily operation.
Real quick, we can go around the room and introduce ourselves, starting with Chief.
Gary Shepherd, Chief of Staff.
Very good.
Hi, I'm Jim Kirk, I'm the Assistant Fire Chief.
Frank King, Deputy Fire Chief.
Buck Grimley, captain.
Chris Regan,